In this video, we're going to troubleshoot a Fitbit watch that no longer powers on, or it just won't charge whatsoever. It'll stay at 0% or 10%, and it doesn't matter if you put it on the bay, it just won't charge any longer. So we'll start with the most easiest, obvious things, and then we'll work our way up. The very last solution that I have for you is the nuclear option. It does work with a lot of watches, but we'll use that at the very last of the video. So first thing I want you to do is look at the conductors, at the connectors here on both of your watch, and then also on your charging port. As you can see there, the metal things, what I want you to do is get like a Q-tip or a tissue and just go over the connectors like that, and do it on your watch as well, and then see if it will start charging. After you try that, I want you to examine your cord, make sure that there's no breaks in the cord. If you're connecting this to like a computer or a laptop, I want you to change USB ports and put it in a completely different port that you've been using. If you're using the power adapter here and you plug it in, I want you to get a completely different one that you use. And for example, this is a Samsung Galaxy one for my phone, so I'll use a completely different adapter, and then I'll plug it into a completely different wall that I've been using, and then tell me if that will charge the cord. Next thing is to do restart of the watch completely. So to restart a Sense, Ionic, or Versa, the only thing you have to do is just hold down the power button for 10 seconds, and you keep holding, and that will eventually restart it. For the Charge 5 in Luxe, you're going to swipe down on the clock to where you can get to the settings icon. You click settings, restart device, and then restart. For the Charge 3 and 4, you're going to hit the settings app, which is like 3 little circles on the device, and tap about, and then tap reboot device. For the Inspire series, Ace 2 and Ace 3, you want to make sure you have it connected to a USB or to the wall charger, have it plugged in, and then what you're going to do is you're going to hold down the button or buttons on the tracker for 5 seconds. And then what's going to happen is it's going to vibrate, and that will restart it. And then for the Ace and Alta series, you just connect it to the power cord, and then what you're going to do, the button on the charging cable, you're going to tap 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then that should restart those series Fitbits. Now, if you recently got your Fitbit wet for whatever reason, that's okay, but I want you to make sure that it's thoroughly dried. And so get like a hair dryer or compressed air and focus on drying it. Also look at how long you've charged it. Let it sit on the charging bay for at least 30 minutes to an hour. Sometimes it'll take a while for it to start catching and charging. Especially if you had your Fitbit in a drawer and you haven't used it for like a month or several months, you definitely want to make sure it's on the charging bay and charging for at least a few hours. Now next is my nuclear option. You've tried everything possible. It's not charging whatsoever. You tried everything. It's not powering on for whatever. This is the nuclear option. So as you see there, I tossed my Fitbit in the freezer for a good 2 to 3 hours. So what that does is it expands and changes the chemistry of the battery just a little bit to where it'll start charging again. Back in the day, in the 80s, we would take AAA batteries, AA batteries, and we would throw them in the freezer. They had no life left. We put them in the freezer overnight, and they would start working. So with the Fitbit battery, it's the same concept. Just don't keep it there overnight. Just 2 or 3 hours would be good. And see if that will get your battery charging again. Now, I make no guarantees, and please do so at your own risk. I can't promise you that it won't completely destroy your Fitbit. But if you look at the comment sections, a lot of people have been doing it, and they've had a lot of success with it. I appreciate you watching. Put in the comment section if one of these options work for you. Let everybody know in the comment section which worked for you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. And I'll see you on the next one.